Oh, that's weird. I can do green screen now? Oh, this is so weird. A new feature. Alrighty. This is weird. But I'm in my car, but I'm not in my car. I've never been able to do this before, so it's kind of exciting. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wide Family Farm. And I'm not feeling very well today, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. But thanks for coming in. Hey, Rebel. Thanks for being here. So it's so weird that you could do this on your phone now. This is a field next to my house. You guys see that? Susie Jacobson. What's up, girl? Thanks. How do I used to say it? Susie Jacobson. Susie Jacobson. Thanks for coming in. So I got a lot. I can only talk for like a half hour, so I got a lot to talk about. So make sure you give me a thumbs up. By doing that, if you're on your cell phone, double click the screen. I appreciate it. So over the weekend, we decided to take, okay, let me start from the very beginning. So let's see. In December, or was it the beginning of January? I can't really remember right now. Sorry, I'm wheezing a little bit because I'm not feeling very good. Okay, so my stepdaughter graduated from college with 2 bachelor degrees. And one is in anthropology, and another one is a bachelor in arts. And for as long as we can remember, she said that by the way, she's been with me since she was 4.5. So as long as I can remember, sorry, this is really weird green screen. I am in my car, but this is freaking weird. I've never done this before. So as long as we can remember, she's always wanted to go to Puxatawny and seeing the groundhog. So, and it's always been something on our bucket list to do, but we just never have did it because anytime Groundhog's Day came around, it was always like during the week or something like that. Well, this year it came, and it came during, on a weekend. So we decided to go. So months and months ago, and this was a surprise to her, she didn't know, we got an Airbnb, and we decided to go. And by the way, we could not find a hotel in the area. You would have to book it now. So if you ever plan on going to Puxatawny to see a film, you have to book like a year in advance, or you're not going to get anywhere near where you want to go. So we found a Airbnb like an hour away from the location. So we decided to stay there. It was really, really nice. And it was really inexpensive. I think it was like $200, and we had like 3 bedrooms, a beautiful kitchen, living area, dining room table, beautiful bathroom. It was just really nice, and it wasn't very expensive. Please give me a thumbs up if you're in the house. Thanks, appreciate it. And yes, Cakes and Cream, that's a really weird name. Thanks for coming in. So anyway, we got there. I look like a love child of Melissa McCarthy. Thanks, I think. I love Melissa McCarthy. She's a really good personality. So thank you. Hey, cousin. Thanks for coming in. So we decided to go, and we stayed the night at this beautiful bed and breakfast. And then we woke up we knew we were going to have to wake up super early, but we had no idea. We had never done this before. So 3 a.m. we woke up. We ate like a small breakfast and decided to head out on the road. We get there, and there was like buses and stuff. Like they must have like involved the school in this. So they had school buses taking you to the location. By the way, once you get into town, to get to the location, it's 2 miles, and there's no parking. So you have to walk it if you can't, So if they don't bus you in, you have to walk it. So we got there, we waited in line forever. And by the way, there's thousands of people there. Thousands. I think they counted 40,000 people there. So we get there and we're waiting in line, and Fred's freezing. I'm cold. It was like 19 degrees. I literally could not feel my face or my lips. And when I talked, I felt like I was talking like this because like I couldn't feel my face. And we get halfway through the line, and when we get halfway through the line, the police officers and everybody's like, "Hey, like, we're not taking any more rides." And we're like, "Oh shit." Like, it was crazy. So we're like, what are we gonna do? So we hurry up, we get back to the car. By the way, we had to park quite a bit of distance away from this parking lot because it was just packed and we didn't know what to do. So my husband gets on his GPS and he looks up the location. By the way, it's called Gobbler's Knob, which is freaking hilarious. So he looks up the location and we found like a daycare or something that didn't have a whole bunch of cars parked into it. So we parked there and I was like, I don't know what to do because I really don't want to walk this. Um, so it was like, even then, once we were parked there, it was like a mile to get to the actual location. I will post all my pictures on the community tab, so you guys can see. But I did not go up there. And I'm kind of glad I didn't. Eh, it was just super cold and there was a ton of people there and it was just a mess. So my husband, my stepdaughter, and my father-in-law, they go and they walked all the way up there and they saw the crowd, they saw Phil, the guys with the top hats. If you ever go to the location and you shake their hand or anything, they give you these really cool coins. So that was cool. My husband got a couple of coins. We got some t-shirts. I got this really cute hat with a woodchuck on it, which is really adorable. And I got some really cool pictures from that location. I did not take Fred, which this kind of added to the experience. I kind of felt presidential because my father-in-law rented a car and he rented a brand new Ford Expedition, and it had leather seats and really nice heated seats and air for each individual person so you could I mean, it was just like I felt like presidential. And then we opened the door, the thing comes out and it goes I'm like wow. It was really cool. So we kind of got the president, I called it the presidential treatment with the car because it was black too. I'm like, this is very interesting. But it was a lot of fun. And besides freezing my butt off, it was worth it as far as that's concerned. But I did not walk all the way up there with Fred. Last Thursday, he came home and he was super sick. I had to get him from school and he got strep throat. So I hurried up and took him to urgent care to get that taken care of and get him on antibiotics. But by the time Sunday rolled around, I'm like, he does not need to be out here freezing. And I don't even think my husband and my stepdaughter saw Phil. You had to wait in line to see him, and there was tons of people in line as well, and it was just going to take forever, and they were like, eh. So I just have pictures of like the stage and the festivities that went on there, so I will put them on my community tab for y'all. But it was super cool, and it was an experience. Oh, thank you, Skinner. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Um, so that was that. And we had a really good weekend. It was a lot of fun and something crazy. And we used to do crazy things like that all the time, but then we had Fred and we can't do that much anymore. So, so anyway, it was a lot of fun and I had a really good time. So a lot of things have changed. and have changed recently with my job as well. So I will be working a little more hours. And so that's going to be interesting for me. I've been, I'm kind of sick. Okay. I've had this congestion and I've been wheezing a little bit. And I don't have a cough per se, but I'm not 100%. I could feel it. I've been taking stuff. I've been taking echinacea, golden seal, that kind of thing. And I'm about ready to break out. My mom called me. I'm about to break out the elderberries from the freezer and start making some elderberry syrup. Hey, Steel Tree, thanks for coming in. So, it's so weird because I feel sick, but I'm not like showing a lot of symptoms. It's just annoying kind of thing. And I did wake up this morning with a semi sore throat, but that happens if you burn wood in your house. It happens. It gets really dry and, but I woke up kind of with a sore throat as well. With that being said, I hope to keep trucking along this week, and hopefully I don't miss any work from being sick, because as soon as I run a fever, then I can't go to work. Yeah. But anyway, that was my weekend, and it was a really awesome experience. By the way, this is my first time doing a green screen. Let me show you. There's the Puxatawny. Here is the crowd. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can't really see it. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, so if you ever get a chance to go there, I highly suggest it. Funny part is that we were lucky. We couldn't remember our passwords for Hulu and Amazon and stuff like that. So when we got there, we're like, oh man, what are we gonna watch on See Me Now? My mom never text messages me, so when she does, I think it's like an emergency, but she's just texting me. So, ooh, sorry. Hey, Dave Knight, thanks for coming in. Yeah. He saw a shadow, by the way, filled in. But my stepdaughter did a bunch of research, and she's like, he sees his shadow like 80% of the time. So there's not really, I mean, it just happens. So. Oh, okay. Yeah, I posted on my community tab that John Sykes passed away. If you guys aren't familiar, he's a guitarist in Whitesnake, and he had cancer, and he was like only in his 60s. So I thought that was really sad. So I did, share some Whitesnake music. Yeah. So I grew up with that kind of music, so I have a eclectic soul, I guess you would say, because I grew up with that because that's what my brother listened to. And then my mom and dad were really into the 50s and 60s music, Motown, stuff like that. So I am familiar with all of that as well. And so, yeah. So I was really sad to hear that he passed away. It kind of sucks. So anyway, I'm starting to get a cold. I don't know if you can kind of hear it, but it's driving me crazy. And I forgot what I was going to say before this until Dave came in the chat. So thank you guys for coming in. Make sure you guys, I have 12 people in the house. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you cannot give me a thumbs up because you don't know how, double click on the screen if you're on your cell phone. And that will give me a thumbs up. Yeah. I hurried up and watched some of the videos of Whitesnake when I heard that he passed. And I was like, oh. Yeah, that's the problem with lurkers sometimes, is that they don't give you a thumbs up and they watch everything you do and they don't support. Like, okay, you really wanted to hear about my story of me going to Puxatawny. Like, whatever floats your boat. I'm sorry, I'm drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper. It felt good to get some pop. 14 in here, but 5 thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Yep. All right, so what else? I can't think of anything else right now. We just had a really good time this last weekend. David Coverall, really. Oh, that sucks. I don't really know the story behind it. I don't know really anything. I just know who I just know who Whitesnake is. I don't really know all the details of it all. What else? A lot of things are going on in the world right now. Kind of scary. So just hold on for the ride, y'all. Just hold on for the ride. I think right now the media just wants you to be really, really scared. And I'm like, I'm not scared. I'm tired of like that. I'm sorry, I'm not a lurker. I'm just at work. It's all right. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Carrie Bond. Appreciate it. Or Kari. Is it Kari or Carrie? Thank you. I appreciate it. For those of you who don't know, I have kind of really been putting a lot of dedication into the Wide Family Farm page on Facebook. It's like a private group that I have on there, and I've been putting a lot of time and dedication. So if you find it and you want to, oh, it's Carrie. Okay, thank you. So if you guys want to go in that group, you can just request, and I'll invite you to be in it. The band that recorded the 1987 album isn't the same band you saw on MTV. Oh, okay. That's good to know. But yeah, I figured I would just go live and tell you about my adventure this last weekend. Okay, so I took my son to school, and today was a fabulous day, by the way. I had a really good day, except for this cold that I'm getting. I had a really good day, and I also drove my son to school this morning, and on my way back, I have like about 150 acre, probably more, field that's kind of next to my house. And when I say kind of, it's like a house down from my house. It's like one house over. And driving down the road, there was like, I swear, at least 50 turkeys in this field. And I thought that was so cool. I love turkeys. Actually, I think when people turkey hunt, I think that's fabulous because they're really smart. A lot of people don't know that turkeys are really, really smart. And my mom is still messaging me. I'll have to message her back here in a minute. Turkeys are really, really smart. And when you hunt them, it takes a lot of skill. So I just think that's really cool. And they're quite fabulous creatures. So anyway, there was a ton of them in this field. I think I put it on the community tab. If I didn't, I will post it, but it was really cool. So I rolled my window down, I do my turkey call, and you should have heard them. They were going crazy. It was so cool. There was maybe, I don't know how many males, because a lot of them were feathered out. They were like maybe like 8 or 9 males in that group, and the rest were all hens, and it was super cool. Hey, Viper. Yeah, I didn't know that you could do, by the way, the area where Phil is at is called Gobbler's Knob, which is freaking hilarious. But I didn't know you could do green screen on here, so it was my first time doing it, and I was like, and you could choose any picture, which is goofy. There we go. We watched Groundhog's Day. And yeah. Can pretend I'm in my, yeah. It's hilarious. But anyway, I gotta get rid of this. It's like driving me nuts. I don't like the pixelation. That's what's driving me crazy. It reminds me of people that did COVID meetings or court and they yeah. Oh, I gotta go. My son's out, so I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.